Well, it is official. Today we got to be introduced to Toronto FC's newest signing in Tosin Ricketts. He's been training with the club since early May, but now it's signed, sealed, delivered. He'll be available for selection come this Saturday against DC United. And Terry, you had the opportunity to play with him. Tell us a little bit about this guy. What can we expect to see?
He's ridiculously quick. That's his best attribute. He can score goals. He's 28, 29. He's a great age. He's a Canadian international. He brings experience. And for a coach, someone that's been around for 2 months, busting his butt on the training ground. You love players like this, players around your squad that really want to be here. I think he loves being at TFC.
Greg Vanny even said that he was jumping for joy as soon as it was clear that his ITC came through to TFC. So we are excited to see him debut potentially this weekend against DC. So let's get into our keys. The first one, of course, being let's take a little bit of the burden off of Sebastian Giovinco and find different creative ways to score.
Yeah, if someone else can score, it'll take the pressure off him. At the start of the season, you set out your targets, how many points it'll take to get to the playoffs. Normally it's around 50. This year in the East it might be a little bit less, but to get those points you need goals, and you've got to formulate. You need goals from your defenders, your midfielders, your strikers. And when it's been 8 games since Giovinco scored, it'd be great if one of the midfielders, Delgado, Osorio, Chapman, they've got into great areas if they could maybe pot one, or possibly from a set piece. Zavaleta, Drew Moore, they're both beasts in the air, and they have a real presence in the opposition's box.
Now, with the likes of Josie Altidore returning, as you said earlier, the signing of Tosin Ricketts, what does this do to a player like Jordan Hamilton, who's done so much to establish himself in this span? You don't want him to lose sight of that.
Yeah, since Altidore's injury and him coming into the team, he's been top drawer. He scored 5 goals. He's been a physical presence up front. He's brought players into it. He's held the ball up. And it's important his confidence doesn't take a knock by things off the field that he can affect, like Altidore coming back from fitness, Tosin Ricketts signings. For me, my advice to him would be, look, keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a thing. You've been huge for us, and I'm sure he'll probably play big minutes against DC.
Now, TFC isn't the only team that was moving and shaking in this transfer window. DC United sent Fabian Espindola to the Vancouver Whitecaps. They also made a deal with NYCFC that saw Patrick Mullins come over to United. But in terms of TFC, what they're going to have to do tactically, perhaps being aware of the wings with Nick DeLeon and Lloyd Sam.
Yeah, Ben Olsen's, he's changed his system a little bit. Before he used to play a 4-4-2. This year he's deployed a 4-3-3, and the 2 danger men that jump out for me are DeLeon and Lloyd Sam from the New York Red Bulls. These are wingers that, if given time and to run at you, they can cause problems. They're great one-on-one. They've got a ton of pace, and I think if Beitashour and Morrow can nullify them, this will go a long way to TFC winning the game. And if Morrow and Beitashour can get forward like they have done, this will take a little bit of energy of their legs going forward.
Now, this Saturday is the second game of the 10 Seasons Heritage Series. We will be honoring Jimmy Brennan, the first signing in TFC history, as well as the first captain in club history. So make sure that you come down early to BMO Field. The first 10,000 fans will be going home with an exclusive player card. If you cannot make it down to BMO Field, of course, as always, you can tune in on television 7:30 p.m. on Sportsnet. We'll see you then.